everyone, I thought today I would film a little bit of what I'm doing with the pets and also what's going on with the farm. So those who don't know, I live on an arable farm. It's a family farm and we run a livery yard. It's a DIY livery yard, so people pay to keep their horses on our farm basically. So my first job is going to be making Martha a bottle. Martha is my one and only tame lamb, so I do have still 6 sheep, and she was one of the sheep's lambs. She was Pickles, and Pickle had her a couple of weeks early and wasn't lactating and didn't want anything to do with her, so we are bottle rearing her. So at the time of recording this, she was about 7 weeks old. So she was still on 3 bottles a day, but she is in the process of being weaned. My way out to do Martha, I'm going to put Sheldon out in her outdoor enclosure because it's a nice day. So she's currently still in the house at night and out in the day, and I need to change her water. That is gross. And she comes in on horrible days as well. I'd like to set her up with an outdoor heated shed so she can be out kind of most of the time, kind of all summer would be lovely. But this is the raised bed that she's got at the moment, so there's lots of places to hide. Some big kind of established plants in there, all of them are tortoise safe. And then we're going to head out to the stables to check that the horses have got bales of hay and haylage and that the muck has been emptied. Dad normally takes care of those, but sometimes I'll do them as well. And we'll check on the cats as well. So these cats were the ones that were feral. Now they are not so feral, as you can see. So there still are 6. Some are more tame than others, and some kind of go off for several weeks at a time. But there are still 6 cats that kind of hang around the place. So these are the ones that were kittens. There was the feral cat that turned up and had kittens. And they've all sort of stuck round. So here's one of them now. Good boy, you can wait there. Hi, Martha. Hi. Nope, nearly. So here's Martha. As you can see, she's actually a really strong lamb now. The only thing we're querying is how much she can see, because as you can see, when I was trying to give her the bottle, she wouldn't latch on properly, and she's kind of got this stargazy look to her, so we're not sure how much she can see. But she's a really strong lamb and she's doing really well. He's all gone. Hi! Hi, Mon. Hi, Radish. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. And you're a good boy. Oh, did we find the spot? Right, Monty, we need to move the barrel that you've been kicking into the fence, don't we? Are you going to help with that? Come on, you can help. You're not coming? Oh, all right then, stay up there with Pablo. Yeah, I knew you'd want to come and help. Good boy. Good boy. You really are a strange sheep. Now, someone has been kicking this barrel into the fence, which has been breaking the fence. Hasn't it, Mon? Hmm? Yeah, that's not going to help with electricity, is it? Hey? Oh. Hello? Now, yes, this was you, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think we want to be... Should we just take this away? So this is what we've been using throughout the winter to feed them hay and haylage in. But if they're just going to kick it round, then we're going to have to move it, aren't we? Oh, Pickle, you do look dreadful. I should probably add here that Monty isn't fenced separately to Radish and Pickle. They're actually just eating off the tracks that we use for the Shetlands. So the Shetlands are on tracks because they're very prone to laminitis, so they've got to have really, really restricted grass. So the sheep are in there eating off the paddocks for the Shetlands to then go on. But the gates are open between Monty and the girls, so they're not fenced separately. And now I'm just checking on our poultry. So we've got the 3 guinea fowl, we've got a random selection of hens and our cockerel. So I did have lots of guinea fowl, but I had to cut right down to 3. So they were basically upsetting all of the girls that livery with us because they are some of the noisiest birds that you'll ever hear. Their alarm call is very noisy, and this is a strange looking chicken here. And we ended up with sort of 2 gangs of guinea fowl, and they were constantly shouting to each other. So I had to sell a load, and these are the 3 that we've got left now. And they seem much happier and settled with the 3 of them. And these are their eggs. So they lay these really pointy eggs with hard shells, and they hide them everywhere. So that's one of my fun games, is find the guinea fowl egg. And they're all in this huge run. So they're in this run for most of the day, and then late afternoon they get let out completely to free roam. So they're not out all the time because at busy times up at the stables it's just too dangerous for them. They could easily get stepped on, they can get run over. It's just when it's kind of a high traffic time up at the livery yard, it's just not safe. But here are the birds. And our swallows are back. Every year they come and nest in all of our barns. And as always, while I'm walking around, I'm picking things for Sheldon to eat. And a couple of days before I filmed this video clip, one of our alpacas actually gave birth to her cria. So she has a baby boy called Oscar. So alpacas normally give birth without any assistance, and they normally do a really good job by themselves. Unfortunately, this baby came head first, so we did have to get the vet out. Luckily, they were able to get here really quickly because I found her outfield lying down with the cria kind of head out, so that wasn't ideal. So we had to have the vet help, and it was quite traumatic for her, and he was born looking a little bit like ET with his boggly eyes, but luckily he's fluffed up and he's looking absolutely gorgeous now. So they're in this field close to the house, so I can keep a really close eye on them, as are the sheep with their lambs. So we've got 5 lambs this year, including Martha. Now boys, your mission for this afternoon, should you choose to accept, is some fencing for a new horse that's turning up. So, now, you're not concentrating. Neither of you are concentrating. Now concentrate and listen carefully. So it's a nice day today, but it's going to rain tomorrow. So Dad is going off drilling. So he is drilling some seeds, which involves a really overly complicated process of trying to calibrate the seed drill. So you have to calibrate it depending on how densely you want to sow the seeds and the type of seeds that you're using. So you've got to basically crank the handle to make the seeds come out, and then weigh how much is coming out, and then fiddle with loads of settings and try and work it out so that it comes out at the right rate. So that's what we're doing, and then Dad's going off out drilling while I sort out some fencing. So we have a horse coming who's a small horse, and we're concerned that he will go out under our 1 strand of fencing. So I'm basically going to put up a 2nd strand by taking down the 2nd strand from one field and moving it to another field. We've got a paddock rotation system, so every roughly 6 months we rotate the paddocks and the horses move on to a fresh one that's been rested, and that allows the paddock that they've been on to recover. Horses are a bit aggressive with their grazing, so whereas sheep kind of nibble grass, horses rip out. So the paddock needs to rest and recover. So a lot of the time it just requires moving old fencing and replacing bits that have broken, been stretched, or bits where the girls have tried to kind of botch things together, and they've made a bit of a hash of it. So I do spend a lot of time fencing. So that's what my job is for this afternoon. This will short out the electric because it's tied around the post rather than on an insulator. doing? And that's pretty much it for my day today. It was a bit of a random day. A bit of the pets, a bit of some fencing, which is one of the main jobs that I do a lot of on the farm. And that's pretty much it for today, so a bit of a random one. But my days are a bit random. It tends to be kind of fighting fires or dealing with whatever comes up. So I hope you've enjoyed following me around today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye!